Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to English Flow. I'm Hope.
And I'm Mark. Today we're tackling something that terrifies almost every English learner, and honestly, even some native speakers.
Small talk. Those dreaded moments when you're stuck in an elevator, waiting in line, or standing at a coffee machine, and someone says something like, "Nice weather, isn't it?" And your mind just goes blank.
We've all been there. You know the grammar, you've studied vocabulary for hours, but when it comes to those casual, everyday conversations, you freeze up. The awkward silence stretches on, and you start panicking.
But here's the thing. Small talk isn't actually small. It's huge. It's how relationships begin, how trust is built, and how you go from being a stranger to being someone people remember and want to talk to again.
Today, we're going to change that. We're giving you small talk that actually works. Not the boring textbook stuff, but real conversations that flow naturally and help you connect with people.
By the end of this episode, you'll never have to suffer through another awkward silence. You'll have the tools to start conversations, keep them going, and end them gracefully. Ready?
Let's dive in. First, let's talk about why small talk feels so difficult for English learners.
The biggest problem is that small talk isn't really about the topic. When someone says, "How about this weather?" they're not looking for a meteorological analysis. They're saying, "I want to connect with you as a human being."
Exactly. Small talk is social glue. It's how we show friendliness, break tension, and create a comfortable atmosphere. But most English courses don't teach you this. They teach you to exchange information, not to connect emotionally.
So let's start with the basics, the most important rule of small talk. It's not about having something brilliant to say, it's about showing you're approachable and interested in the other person.
Rule number 1, always respond positively, even if you don't feel it. If someone says, "Beautiful day, isn't it?" don't say, "Actually, it's too hot for me." Say, "It really is. Perfect weather for being outside."
Let's practice this. Mark, beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. I was just thinking how nice it would be to sit outside for lunch.
That sounds perfect. There's that new cafe with the outdoor seating, right?
Yes, I've been wanting to try it. Maybe we should check it out.
See how naturally that flowed? One comment about weather became lunch plans. That's the power of good small talk.
Now, let's talk about conversation starters that actually work. Forget "how are you?" Everyone says that, and nobody really wants to hear your problems.
Instead, try these. How's your day treating you so far? Keeping busy? Any exciting plans for the weekend? These feel more personal and give people room to share as much or as little as they want.
Let's try one. Hope, how's your day treating you so far?
Pretty good. Just finished a big project, so I'm feeling relieved. How about you?
Nice. What kind of project? I'm having one of those Monday mornings where coffee isn't working yet.
Oh, I hate those days. Have you tried that new coffee place down the street? Their espresso might do the trick.
Perfect example. Notice how the conversation branched naturally? Day, project, coffee, recommendation. That's how real small talk works.
Now let's talk about the workplace, because this is where small talk can make or break your professional relationships.
Workplace small talk is especially important because you see these people every day. Good small talk makes you approachable and memorable. Bad small talk? Well, let's just say it can make Monday mornings even more painful.
Safe workplace topics, weekend plans, current projects, office changes, local events, food, coffee, weather. Avoid personal problems, controversial topics, gossip, complaints about work.
Let's practice some workplace scenarios. Imagine we're at the coffee machine on Monday morning.
Oh, hey, Mark. How was your weekend?
Really nice, thanks. Went hiking with some friends. The weather was perfect for it. How about you?
That sounds amazing. Which trail did you go to? I spent most of the weekend catching up on Netflix, which was exactly what I needed.
We tried the one up at Pine Ridge. It's gorgeous this time of year. Sometimes Netflix weekends are the best kind. Anything good you'd recommend?
See how that worked? He shared something active, I shared something relaxing. We both showed interest in each other's choices, and now we have topics for future conversations.
Exactly. And notice, neither of us felt pressured to be more interesting than we actually were. Authenticity wins over performance every time.
Now let's talk about social situations like parties or networking events. This is where small talk anxiety really peaks.
The key is to remember that everyone else is probably feeling just as awkward as you are. You're not the only one looking for a friendly face and an easy conversation.
Great conversation starters for social events. How do you know? Host's name. Have you tried the food, drinks? This is a great venue, isn't it? Are you from around here?
Let's practice. Imagine we're at a work party.
Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Hope from the marketing team.
Nice to meet you, Hope. I'm Mark from IT. How are you enjoying the party?
It's really nice. They picked a great restaurant. Have you tried those little appetizers? They're incredible.
I haven't yet, but now I definitely will. How long have you been with the company?
About 2 years now. I love it here. What about you?
Just started last month, actually. Still learning everyone's names.
That's exciting. How are you finding it so far? If you need any recommendations for lunch places or anything, just let me know.
Perfect networking small talk. We established connection, found common ground, shared appropriate personal information, and offered help. That's how professional relationships begin.
Now, what about those dreaded elevator moments? You're trapped in a small space with someone for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. The silence feels deafening.
Elevator small talk should be light and brief. You're not trying to become best friends. You're just being friendly and human.
Simple options. Going up, if it's not obvious, busy day. How's it going? Or even just a smile and good morning.
Let's try it. We're in an elevator together.
Good morning. Heading to the 5th floor.
Morning? Actually, 7th. Busy Monday ahead?
Always. But at least the coffee's strong today. That helps.
Ha! Coffee is definitely essential. Have a great day.
You too.
Short, friendly, human, mission accomplished. Nobody felt awkward, and we both started our day with a positive interaction.
Now let's talk about shopping small talk, because this happens constantly and it's a great way to practice with low stakes.
Cashiers, shop assistants, other customers in line. These are perfect opportunities to practice because the interactions are brief and friendly.
With shop assistants, how's your day going? Busy day. This is such a nice store. With other customers, this line's moving quickly. Have you shopped here before? That's a great choice if you see something they're buying.
Let's practice. I'm a cashier. You're the customer.
Hi, how's your day treating you?
Pretty good, thanks. It's been steady but not too crazy. Did you find everything you needed?
I did, thanks. You have such a great selection here. I always find more than I plan to buy.
Ha! That's what we like to hear. This is a dangerous store for that. Any big plans for the rest of the day?
Just work. But at least I have good coffee now. How much longer is your shift?
Just a couple more hours. Enjoy that coffee.
Thanks. Have a great rest of your shift.
See how that made a routine transaction into a pleasant human moment? That cashier will remember you as the friendly customer, and you got to practice natural English.
Let's talk about transportation small talk, planes, trains, buses, ride shares. You're often stuck with someone for a while, so small talk can make the journey much more pleasant.
The key is reading the situation. Some people want to chat, others prefer quiet. Look for signals. Are they wearing headphones, reading, looking out the window? Respect those boundaries.
If someone seems open to conversation, try heading home or traveling for work. Have you been to destination before? How's the journey been so far?
Let's try a taxi scenario.
Taking the airport route, right? Are you heading somewhere fun?
Yeah, visiting family in Chicago. First time in months. You make this drive often.
A few times a week. Chicago's great. What's your favorite thing about visiting there?
Definitely the food. My sister always has a list of new restaurants to try. And you can't beat deep dish pizza.
Oh, I'm jealous. I haven't had good deep dish in years. Have a wonderful trip.
Thanks. Traffic's not too bad today, which is always a bonus.
Natural, friendly, and it made the ride more enjoyable for both of us.
Now, what about when small talk goes wrong? Sometimes conversations hit a dead end, or you accidentally say something awkward.
First rule, don't panic. Everyone has awkward moments. If you say something that doesn't land well, just smile and try a different topic.
If there's a long pause, don't let it stretch forever. Try. So, followed by a new topic. So, any plans for lunch? So, how long have you been working here? So, busy week ahead?
And if someone seems uninterested or gives short answers, that's okay. Not everyone wants to chat, and that's not a reflection on your English or your personality.
Let's practice recovering from an awkward moment.
So, did you see that game last night?
I don't really follow sports.
Oh, fair enough. So, how about this weather? Finally feeling like spring.
Yeah, it's nice to see some sunshine. I was getting tired of all the rain.
Me too. Perfect. I smoothly move to a topic everyone can relate to.
Exactly. The key is staying relaxed and flexible. Small talk is supposed to be easy and comfortable, not a performance.
Now let's talk about cultural differences in small talk, because this varies a lot around the world.
In some cultures, personal space and privacy are very important. In others, asking about family and personal life is normal and expected. When in doubt, follow the other person's lead.
In American small talk, it's generally safe to ask about work, hobbies, weekend plans, and current events. Be cautious with personal topics like money, relationships, health problems, or family issues unless someone brings them up first.
British small talk often revolves around weather, cues, public transport, and gentle complaining about daily life. It's very self-deprecating and understated.
Australian small talk can be more direct and casual, with lots of humor and good-natured teasing. Canadians tend to be very polite and apologetic in their small talk.
The beautiful thing is, once you understand the pattern, you can adapt to any culture. Watch how locals interact, listen to their rhythm and topics, and follow their lead.
Let's practice some different cultural styles. First, very British weather complaint.
Lovely weather we're having, isn't it? Typical that it starts raining the moment I forget my umbrella.
Story of my life. I checked the forecast this morning, and it said sunny. Should have known better.
Weather forecasts are about as reliable as my commuter train. Speaking of which, was your journey in all right?
Surprisingly smooth, actually. Makes a nice change.
Perfect British small talk. Weather, gentle complaining, understated positivity, and moving naturally between related topics.
Now let's talk about ending small talk gracefully, because this is where many people struggle.
You don't want to be rude, but you also don't want to be trapped in conversation when you need to go. The key is being polite but clear.
Good endings. Well, I should let you get back to your day. It was really nice talking with you. I need to run, but have a great afternoon. I should head out, but enjoy the rest of your day.
Let's practice ending our coffee machine conversation from earlier.
That hike sounds amazing. I should really get outside more.
You should. Well, I better get back to my desk. This project won't finish itself.
Ha! I know the feeling. Have a productive day.
You too. Nice talking with you.
Clean, friendly, and natural. Nobody felt dismissed or trapped.
Now, here's the secret that changes everything about small talk. It's not about you.
What do you mean?
When you're nervous about small talk, you're usually worried about how you sound, whether you're saying the right thing, if your English is good enough. But small talk is actually about making the other person feel comfortable.
That's brilliant. So instead of thinking, what should I say? Think, how can I make this person's day a little brighter?
Exactly. Show genuine interest in their answers. Ask follow-up questions. Remember details for next time. Compliment something specific. Offer help or recommendations.
This takes all the pressure off your English performance and puts it on your humanity. And people respond to genuine human interest, regardless of your accent or grammar.
Let's practice this mindset shift.
Hey Mark, how's your week going?
Pretty hectic, actually. We're launching a new product next month, so lots of late nights.
Oh wow, that sounds stressful but exciting. What kind of product? Are you getting enough sleep?
It's a new app for small businesses. I'm surviving on coffee and adrenaline mostly, but I love this stuff.
That's so cool. Small businesses really need better tech solutions. You must be proud to work on something that actually helps people.
I am, actually. Thanks for asking. It's nice when someone gets why we're working so hard.
See how focusing on Mark as a person, rather than my performance, created a real connection? That's the magic of genuine interest.
And here's another secret. People love talking about things they're passionate about. If you can identify what lights someone up, the conversation practically runs itself.
Look for energy changes in their voice, body language, word choice. When someone mentions their hobby, their kids, their hometown, a project they're excited about, that's your gold mine.
Let's practice spotting and following passion topics.
Any plans for the weekend?
Actually, yeah. I'm taking my daughter to her first baseball game. She's been asking about it for months.
Oh my gosh, that's so special. Her first game ever? How old is she?
She just turned 7. She's been watching games on TV with me, and now she wants to experience the real thing.
That's the sweetest thing. She's going to love the atmosphere. Do you have good seats?
We splurged a little and got seats behind home plate. I figure if you're going to do it right for her first time.
You're such a good dad. She's going to remember this forever.
I spotted his passion topic, his daughter, and followed it with genuine enthusiasm. Look how his whole energy changed when he talked about her.
This is why small talk matters so much. It's how we discover what makes people human and interesting. It's how strangers become friends, colleagues become collaborators, and acquaintances become community.
Now let's talk about small talk mistakes that kill conversations, so you can avoid them.
Mistake number 1, oversharing. Small talk should be light and positive. Don't launch into personal problems, health issues, or deep emotional topics unless someone specifically asks.
Mistake number 2, being negative. Avoid complaints, criticisms, or controversial opinions in small talk. Save those for deeper relationships.
Mistake number 3, interrogating. Small talk is a conversation, not an interview. Share something about yourself too. Don't just ask questions.
Mistake number 4, being generic. Instead of, how are you? Try, how's your day treating you? Instead of, nice weather, try, perfect day for being outside, isn't it?
Let's see what not to do.
How are you?
Fine. You?
Fine.
Awkward silence.
Painful. Now let's fix it.
How's your day treating you so far?
Pretty good. Just finished a morning meeting that went better than expected. How about you?
That's great when meetings surprise you in a good way. I'm having one of those productive mornings where everything's actually working.
I love those days. They're rare but wonderful when they happen.
Much better. Specific, positive, reciprocal, and relatable.
Here's something crucial. Small talk varies by situation. Coffee shop small talk is different from networking event small talk, which is different from neighbor small talk.
Coffee shop small talk is usually brief and friendly. Networking small talk is more purposeful and professional. Neighbor small talk is ongoing and community-focused.
Let's practice neighbor small talk because these are people you see regularly and want to maintain good relationships with.
Good morning. How's the garden coming along?
Oh, it's finally starting to look like something. Those tomatoes you recommended are doing really well.
That's wonderful. I was hoping they'd work in this soil. Are you getting many tomatoes yet?
Just starting to see some green ones. I'm so impatient. I want to pick them now.
Ha! The waiting is the hardest part, but they'll be so worth it. Fresh tomatoes from your own garden are incredible.
I'm already planning what to make with them. My grandmother's pasta sauce recipe has been waiting for good tomatoes.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to hear how it turns out.
Perfect neighbor conversation. Friendly, ongoing interest, shared experiences, and building for future conversations.
Now let's talk about small talk confidence boosters, because mindset is everything.
Remember, everyone appreciates friendly conversation. You're not bothering people by being pleasant. You're brightening their day.
Your English doesn't have to be perfect. Native speakers make mistakes, use filler words, and sometimes can't think of what to say either.
Start small. Practice with low-stakes interactions, cashiers, baristas, elevator rides. Build your confidence gradually.
Listen more than you talk. People love good listeners, and it takes pressure off you to constantly think of things to say.
Have a few go-to topics ready. Current weather, local events, holidays, seasons. These work almost anywhere.
And remember, the goal isn't to be entertaining or impressive. The goal is to be human and connecting.
Let's practice building confidence with a very low-stakes interaction. Ordering coffee.
Good morning. How's your day starting?
Pretty well, thanks. Definitely need this coffee to keep it going, though. How about you?
Same here. Coffee is essential. What's your usual order?
Large coffee? Nothing fancy? Sometimes I try the fancy drinks, but I always come back to simple coffee.
There's something to be said for knowing what you like. I'll have the same, please.
Great choice. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Simple, genuine, and now both of us have started the day with a positive interaction.
Here's your homework, and this is important. Practice one small talk interaction every day this week.
Start with the easiest ones, saying, "How's your day going?" to a cashier, or "nice weather," to someone you pass on the street.
Notice what happens. Most people will respond positively and warmly. Some might even start longer conversations.
Pay attention to how it feels. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you'll be the person others feel comfortable talking to.
And remember, small talk is a skill that improves with practice. Every interaction teaches you something about how conversations work.
Before we finish, let's talk about the bigger picture. Why does small talk matter so much?
Small talk is how communities are built. It's how neighbors become friends, colleagues become collaborators, and strangers become support systems.
In a world where we're increasingly isolated by technology and busy schedules, small talk is how we maintain human connection.
It's also how opportunities happen. Job offers, friendships, romantic relationships, business partnerships. They often start with casual conversation.
For English learners specifically, small talk is where you practice real, natural English. It's where you learn how the language actually sounds and flows.
It's also where you build confidence. Every successful small talk interaction proves to you that you can communicate, connect, and belong in English-speaking environments.
And here's something beautiful. Small talk is universal. The topics might vary by culture, but the human need to connect through casual conversation exists everywhere.
When you master small talk, you're not just improving your English. You're developing a life skill that will serve you in every social and professional situation.
So next time you're in an elevator, waiting in line, or standing at a coffee machine, remember, this is your moment. This is where relationships begin.
Don't let awkward silence win. Use what you've learned today. Start with something simple, show genuine interest, and see what happens.
You have everything you need now. The phrases, the strategies, the confidence boosters, and most importantly, the understanding that small talk is about human connection, not English perfection.
Thanks for joining us on English Flow today. If this episode gave you the confidence to start conversations and stop awkward silences, we've accomplished something amazing together.
Remember, every conversation is practice. Every friendly interaction builds your skills. And every smile you create through good small talk makes the world a little brighter.
Until next time, keep the conversation flowing.
And remember, you're not just learning English, you're learning to connect. Talk to you soon.